On a serious note, it was a dream to play for Port Adelaide. My father played at Port Adelaide. He was ambushed by, I think, the big Bob McLean. He was talking between then and Westies many years ago, coming over from Collingwood. He had a plan to travel around Australia and play football. He met Mum. He got stopped in Adelaide. He didn't get too far. He had 4 kids. And we live, probably 3 k's from here at Grange. So for a long period of time, footy was my life, and it continues to be my life. But the most important thing is I always wanted to wear the prison bars of Port Adelaide. I was zoned to Eagles. Thank God there was a father-son rule, so I could actually stay at Port. All my white mates went off to the Eagles, and they asked me why. Well, I said every year at October, Port would always celebrate a premiership. I started following Port probably really early days, but I went through 88, 89, 90, 92, 94, 95. And in 1996, I was given the ultimate reward as a 17-year-old. Walked into a team where I'd watched them just win premierships every year. And I was a skinny guy with a little bit to say. I played next to Scott Hodges. Gary McIntosh tried to kill me one day. Thank God Scotty Hodges said, touch him and I'll kill you. So that was always nice. And then the journey started where my dad was my manager. Brian Cunningham, Greg Bolton come to talk, and I was lucky to represent South Australia in the Teal Cup. We dodged the draft. It was the best decision I ever made. I signed a contract. Dad wasn't a great negotiator, so we brought in Jeff Motley, who was my long-time agent, and obviously Jeff being a huge part of my career, so thanks to him. And then I was able to go about a journey under John Cale. I didn't think it was always going to end there because I felt I always had to work hard. I sought a trade. It was the best non-trade ever. And then I went on, obviously, through Mark Williams, spent the vast majority by his side under Matthew Primuses and Gavin Wanganeen, who is an absolute legend himself, and it's a privilege to be inducted tonight, maybe alongside him. For myself, it's always been an absolute pleasure and a dream to play at Port Adelaide, to go to the Power, and really, at the end of the day, I was lucky on grand final day to hold the cup up because Matty Primus was injured. And you never forget those things, and especially with the football club where it is right now. It's been a tough 24 hours. They're at a stage now after the weekend where a good couple of men have gone, but I think it's time to be ruthless as a football club. Port Adelaide has always been ruthless. I think we went away from stages of tolerating not the best, and now we're at a stage where we need to do it. We need to get back to get back to the basics, make everyone earn their position. Go through the full club, review it from top to bottom. And every Port supporter out there is hurting at the moment, especially compounded by how well Adelaide Crows are doing, and congratulations to them, they're dominating. But for Port people, we need to stick together. We need to continue to fight. Things will turn and we'll have our time again. But that's I suppose, a bit of a rave about my football club. But firstly, thanks. Mum and Dad have come along. They've dropped my brother and my sisters to every sporting event, and in the Nissan Vanette. I think it even blew up doing canoeing one day. We got towed home from Renmark. That was always fun. But they were always there as Mum and Dad. And if it was cricket time and it was summer, it was my brother. We'd have a test match. We'd do the swing bowl, and we'd do that. And if it's footy season, it was West Coast, because no disrespect, I hated Adelaide, especially in 1990 when we tried to backdoor everyone in the comp and it didn't work. So I was a West Coast man, and we'd put on the Guernseys and play the games out the front like every kid did. And so thanks to them. Obviously, thanks to Jeff Motley, my long-time agent and manager. He's been a real advising force and a guy who's walked the walk, and nothing better than having a guy who's done it all before you. Greg Bolton's here tonight. Thanks to Greg, who, for the whole journey, stayed strong with the football club, supported my coach, Mark Williams, when the fans were turning against us. To Brian Cunningham, I'm not sure if he's here tonight, I haven't seen him, but obviously a fellow inductee. He was the CEO at the time. Russell Ebert, a legend. All the Port Adelaide people especially, and obviously to all the other inductees tonight, congratulations. But lastly, thanks to my wife. The greatest gift you can give yourself in footy and hopefully dream is a premiership, but she's fathered my children. I've got 3 little ones who, the reason we were late tonight, still wouldn't go to bed. So you go, there you go, fathered my children, did that well, didn't I? I followed John before. What'd you say, John? I stuffed that up too. There you go. Yeah, she probably does father my children. Let's face it, she's got the balls in the family, so... But no, thank you to my wife, love her a lot, and this is an absolute privilege, and it's something I can cherish for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Congratulations, Tredrea. Well done, mate.